Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I can't believe I'm finally doing this video. I'm so sorry. Honestly, I've been saying for like months that I'm gonna do this video. I haven't. So there has been so many times that I have asked on Instagram for you guys to send me through messages. I have screenshotted a lot of them, so I'm going to answer as many as I can. Question is actually a really good one, and I reckon it's probably a really good one to start off with. For those who don't know, I went over to Thailand and I went through Cosmetic O2 to get my surgery done. I had, first I'll just go into this. Why overseas rather than Australia? Cost or quality of surgeons? So for me, the reason why I went to Thailand was because of my surgeon, the surgeon that I wanted, but also because I thought I could kill two birds with one stone. I wanted to visit Thailand again, and I also knew that if I did it over here, I probably wouldn't have recovered as well as I did, because I probably would have done things that I probably shouldn't have done. I've got two little kids, so and that was 8 months ago, so my kids were a little bit younger then too. And yeah, I could just stay in bed, I could just order Uber Eats. It's called Gojek. No, it's not called Gojek, I forget what it's called. Food Panda or something over there. Also, the quality for me, so as far as my researching, as far as hospitals, were a lot better in Thailand. And also, sorry, it's like a wedgie on my bum. Not a wedgie on my bum, I've got a wedgie. For instance, for what I would get done would just be day surgery in Australia, but in Thailand I stayed 2 nights and I was so well looked after, and that's exactly what I wanted to do. It is a massive procedure, and for me, I find it is taken so lightly in Australia. If you do get implants, like you're within sometimes an hour and like 2 hours for a lift and implants in. And to me, that's just like mind-blowing, and that was really scary for me. And when I found that there was an option that you did get over 48 hours of like complete care in a hospital with professionals and stuff, that was something that made me feel more comfortable about doing the procedure. So yeah, if that's something that you are kind of scared to get home after being fully cut open, and like, please know, after your procedure, like I remember after my procedure, if I had left 2 hours after my procedure, I was so drugged up, and then also I was sick. I was like had a lot of nausea. I felt like shit, like so shit. And then for 12 hours after, I was like, I'm so glad I had the nurses with me. They showered me, they helped clean me, they helped me keep on top of all my medication and stuff. And that's another thing, if you don't have someone, like if you're single and stuff, or if you just don't have someone who can take the time off work, that's such a good option, because you could seriously go over there by yourself. I went with my girlfriend, she got surgery too, so we didn't really help each other out. So I didn't really have someone who could come over with me to help me out, and you honestly didn't need it, because all the nurses and stuff there in the hospital just like beyond amazing. Like, they just help you out with everything. Yeah, so there's that. Next one, how long after surgery were you able to walk around and shop? To be honest, so we did stay there the 2 nights. As far as walking around, I think I got up within probably like 4 hours. I went to the bathroom and stuff like that, washed my face from memory. But as far as shopping and stuff like that, I was shopping, so we stayed there the first night obviously, and then the second night we stayed again, and then the next day, that night, so the 3rd night, if that makes sense, we went out for dinner and we went to the shopping mall and stuff. So yeah, within like 3 days I was out doing stuff. We went, yeah, as I said, we went shopping, we went out for dinner every night. The next one is, how's the pain now? So I'm 8 months post-op now, and yeah, there's not really any pain. Sometimes I do get feelings in my nipples, but I feel like it's still the nerves still reconnecting and stuff, and I know that's completely normal. For like pretty much like a year after it, I've heard and been told by my surgeon that you do feel sometimes like it's like little sparks and stuff. They were more so common straight after the surgery, but yeah, I still get that now. I wouldn't say it's a pain though. Why Cosmetic O2 over other companies? For me, the service was just so amazing, because they do have that team that deal with surgeries all the time. I felt like I could just ask them the silliest questions and they could just like answer straight for me, instead of like, you know, you would feel weird asking the surgeon so many questions. So to have those people in between, I found just like so helpful. And the Cosmetic O2 team over in Thailand, oh my god, there's a fly in my room. That is so annoying. Oh, gosh, I can't stand them. These are the slow ones though. You know, the ones that are really, really slow and like you can get them. Be right back. Oh my gosh, I seriously, like, oh, I can't stand flies. They're so annoying. Ladies over there that obviously live over there, like they're Thai, and they come to your room and make sure you're okay at the hotel and stuff, and like they help you, I guess, like getting back to the hotel from the hospital, and like they just really help organize everything and stuff. And like if I didn't have them, like just everything, like just the smallest things is like when I've needed like a little bit of, I don't know, like extra cream for my boobs, and like they would go get it, and like when I got my medication for me, and they were just so helpful, and like would message me every few hours and make sure I was okay back at the, like at the hotel and stuff. Help me with the hotel, like if I needed something they would like organize it for me, and yeah, they were just amazing. What size and type of implants did you need? So I got round, smooth, 350cc in both boobs from memory, or maybe I got 325 and 3, might have gotten, yeah, something like that. If you go into my last vlogs, I actually vlogged the whole experience and I go into detail about all, like, guess what I needed and stuff. But yeah, I got round implants. Were you ever worried that you would end botched? No, I wasn't, just because like I really researched my surgeon and made sure I looked at all his work and like read reviews and like really asked questions, joined forums that people had surgeries from him before I paid for any deposit, anything. Like I really thoroughly researched and made sure I was really comfortable with the person that I went to. Price didn't like, I guess, like change my decision. Like I didn't go for like the cheapest person or the person that was available the quickest, which I feel like a lot of people do. This is such like, it's a big decision, like it's a massive decision, and it is something that obviously can like be reversed if like you don't want your implants in anymore. But I feel like you do need to go somewhere that does use good quality implants, that does know, I guess, like new research about certain brands and like types of the implants that may be linked with things that you don't really want. So yeah, I feel like I definitely made the best decision. I was wondering if flying can cause any complications after surgery. I did ask my surgeon this and he was like, no. I did stay, I think from memory, 13 nights, so nearly 2 weeks, and yeah, like the swelling was pretty like minimal from then. So yeah, I don't think so. I didn't feel any pain, like I didn't feel any pain or anything on the airplane. I didn't feel any discomfort. Everything felt completely normal, if that makes sense. Did you get teardrop? No, a lot of people have asked that. No, I didn't. Did you go through your nipple or underneath with your implant? So I definitely went underneath with my implants. Mine is oh, what is the word? Okay, so they're not over the muscle and they're not under the muscle, dual plane. So it's like over and under. Yeah, so that way you can achieve, I guess, a lot of people get them over the muscle. I don't remember now actually. A lot of people get them under the muscle because they're more like, I guess they can stay there more, but a lot of people like the look of over the muscle. Please don't, yeah, from memory, like dual plane is like, has the effect of like them looking really nice and achieving a result that you may want, and a look that you might want, but then you've got still partially underneath the muscle that they will stay there, if that makes sense. So a lot of people do get dual plane now. Which surgeon did you go with? I had Dr. Sanguine, and I would thoroughly recommend him, like beyond. Like he's honestly such an educated surgeon. As soon as I met him, like all my fears, anxieties, everything went away. Like I just trusted everything he said, and went with pretty much what his advice was was to get into my boobs, like what implants and stuff. And I'm so glad, like he knows his stuff. My girlfriend went with Dr. Viwat, which is with Cosmetic O2 as well, and I went in with her like meeting, I guess, and all her post-op stuff as well, and he was incredible as well. And her boobs are honestly, like, they look so amazing. She didn't need a lift, she just got implants. We both have similar like looks, but we both need completely different things. That's why a lot of people, they say they want boobs like this person, they'll ask like their stats and stuff. You're working with your anatomy, so if you naturally have round boobs but you want a teardrop look, obviously that you would get teardrop boobs. But if you naturally have teardrop boobs and you want to enhance that, you wouldn't get teardrop again, because it's just going to make the boobs saggier, if that makes sense, and appear saggier. But if you naturally already have teardrop, you would just kind of go under the muscle or dual plane and then enhance what you already have, if that makes sense. So that's what I did. A lot of people who tend to have saggier boobs will get round implants because teardrop tend to make them saggier, from what I believe. That could be incorrect, but pretty sure that's the information that I researched and got from my surgeon. Did you work with your surgeon on size, and did you already have an idea of the size you wanted? No, I didn't, because I did speak to the Cosmetic O2 team and they were like, don't even worry about size, wait till you get there and stuff, because then he can actually look at you further. But he did recommend a size when I sent through my photos and stuff. It was like 275, but when I was with him in person, I asked him if he thinks that I could go a bit bigger without sagging, because I have boobs that tend to sag. I had, I think, grade 3 ptosis. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's pretty much meaning like my boobs were extremely saggy, and my skin quality after breastfeeding 2 kids is not good at all. So I did have to be careful and mindful about which size I went, because if I went too big, then they just like sagged even more. Like, imagine getting surgery and then going too big and then they sag and then like needing another lift. Like, I didn't want to, I guess, shoot myself in the foot and then having to get another surgery in like 5 years and having to get another lift. Like, I don't want that. Who was your doctor for your surgery, and what has your experience been like with your doctor? Yeah, as I said, Dr. Sanguine, and I would recommend him to honestly anyone. And I've actually had probably about 40 or so girls message me after my videos and stuff saying that they went with Dr. Sanguine and it was the best decision that they've ever made, and they're so glad that, yeah, I recommended him, which is so cool. Also, aftercare post breast augmentation, do you have to wear special bras sleeping lifting? Yes. So as far as lifting, I'm pretty sure I couldn't pick up any of my children for like 3 weeks or something like that. You do get a special like bra, crop or whatever to wear depending on the surgery you're getting. So my best friend, she had a complete different surgery to me, and she had completely different aftercare as far as what she had to wear, how often she had to wear it, for how long, all that type of stuff. So yeah, that will depend on the surgery that you have and yeah, the result that you're trying to achieve. Did you travel alone or with Cosmetic or in a group? So I went with my girlfriend. Post-surgery, how long until you can lift things? As I said, I was lifting my kids after a few weeks and completely fine. I wasn't like pulling them up and like running around with them and stuff, but like they would come on my, like I would hold them and stuff like that. Yeah, I didn't really find many restrictions. There were some things that I found I struggled with, like picking up pans and stuff, and like, yeah, stuff like that. But other than that, like, I didn't really find many restrictions. And so I want to get this done. Are the scars very visible? To be honest, 8 months, like, they're still fresh scars. Some scars don't come down for like 2 years, so they are visible. Like, they're more like white. So I have like the scar around the nipple because I did have to get my nipples like redone because of the lift. My nipples were really like odd shaped and really big. I didn't hate them or anything like that, but while they were getting them done anyway, I might as well. I got an ankle lift. So they went underneath, up, around my nipples. So I do have new nipples and I do have scars around my nipples, and it's kind of like an anchor. I wonder if I can show you the scar to give you an idea. So there is the scars, and you could imagine that, that type of scar around my nipple. I would honestly show you, but I don't think I can on YouTube. But yeah, so like that type of scar, they are just healing better and better every week. Like, they look so much better than they did 2 months ago. Getting augmentation done in SID day surgery, post tips, I'm nervous to leave too soon after. See, that I can't really give you advice because that was my biggest fear, the fact that, and I'd spoken to so many people that had got them done in Australia and they were like, oh, it was just so bad having to leave straight after. Yeah, because I feel like if I had left, I probably would have had to come back. Just like, I guess like you get scared and stuff with stuff and you don't know if things are normal, and just like having the nurses just so easily to come, like just a buzzer and they would be there in like 3 seconds. Definitely was comforting for me, and you know, they helped me get out of bed and go to the toilet and stuff. Like I didn't have to rely on anyone like outside, I guess, the people that were doing my surgery, if that makes sense. So yeah. Do you ever have a fear that your body will reject the implants? No, because I feel like I would kind of probably know by now. I also went with implants that I felt were the right thing and that weren't linked with all these fucking crazy shit that has been going on. Me personally, I felt only comfortable getting round implants, which I think helped my mind going into it as well. And if they ever did, honestly, I would just get them out, no questions asked. If I had ever had any issues with, sorry, not issues, if I had any fears surrounding breast implant illness or anything like that, which I'm pretty in tune with my body, I would definitely just go straight and get them out, like no questions asked. So I think it's important with any surgery or any procedure, you are looking out for things after it, and also making sure that you're researching what type of implants and making sure that these are good quality implants and all that type of stuff, which I feel like a lot of people don't do, which really upsets me because like it is such a big procedure. Yeah, so a lot of people did ask me about training and stuff too. So I started training probably about a month after my surgery, maybe, yeah, probably 3 to 4 to 5 weeks or something like that. No, probably 4 weeks. And yeah, like I didn't find any issues. I just made sure that I trained smart. I also got a PT to help me post-surgery as well, which I think that really helped, so I could just focus on form and like not like incorporating my chest into exercises that were not chest, if that makes sense. Like I feel like if you don't have good form, you end up using your whole body. So I was really making sure I was doing stuff that was like alienating certain body parts. So like I was training legs, like biceps, I would make sure I'm just doing my biceps, so just go a bit lighter and just focus on form. And I did that for a few months after it, and I reckon that's why I didn't have any issues and I could keep training as well. You know, like I wasn't jumping around or anything like that, but yeah, I was like doing sprints and stuff 3 months post-op and stuff, and like there's just been no issues. What has been the hardest part about the whole process? Probably I would say definitely post general anesthetic, the anesthesia. Like that was honestly like, that was the hardest part for me. It was like not this like having to deal with the pain, because the pain, like there wasn't really much pain. There was some discomfort and stuff, and there was sometimes like I would get sharp pains. I'd be like, oh, that like a little bit hurt, like nerves reconnecting and stuff like that, and just like the healing process, but nothing that I would be like, oh, I can't do that again. But the general anesthetic, like coming down off that, I did get a bit depressed, and I hate saying that word, but I actually really did. And you know, just questioning stuff and getting a little bit upset was quite emotional, and that probably happened for probably about 6 weeks post-surgery. But I do know it's not because of the implants or that particular surgery, because I've had shoulder reconstruction and I've had general anesthetic for that, and I felt the exact same. You know, general anesthetic, it is really harsh on your body, and don't get me wrong, surgery is as well, but it does kill a lot of your gut bacteria and play with your hormones and like all the things in your body that is, I guess, works the way that it does. It really does slow the process down. And yeah, it was probably like the mental struggle more so for me. So luckily I was really lucky that I had a really good support network. But just know that, I guess they say post-surgery blues, they are 100% real. I'm sure not everyone would get them, but I definitely felt them. And my friend Jade did as well. Like we definitely had really down days. But yeah, reflecting back now, because I had done my research, I knew about them, and I was like, this is gonna pass. So yeah. I'm getting mine done in Bangkok. Is there anything I should bring that you wish that you did? No, but the things that I did bring, I brought like this dressing gown, a really light dressing gown. You would see them in my vlogs, but it was from Peter Alexander, but like a really thin material. So if you're going to Thailand, which I'm sure not all of you are obviously, but I lived in this because you do get hot and cold post-surgery, and you're obviously limited to what you wear for the first probably like few days. Like you kind of don't want to be pulling things over your head and stuff. So having this, and I could just be naked underneath it with just my crop top and maybe some undies, was like a lifesaver. So yeah, if you're traveling overseas for it to like a hot place, would definitely recommend a really good quality light dressing gown that's like super comfortable. This is just like, it's just so amazing, and I honestly lived in that. What else would I recommend bringing? Makeup wipes, I would definitely bring. Even though they're not eco-friendly, I would definitely bring some, because you kind of sometimes just don't want to be washing your face. You kind of just like want to wipe stuff off. I would bring hair mask as well, because I feel like that way you can pamper and feel good about yourself. What else would I bring? I don't really know if there was anything else. I might make a video about that, like a separate video on what to bring, and like sit down and really think. But yeah, definitely if you're going overseas, I would definitely bring a laptop and an iPad, so you can just like watch shows and like download TV shows that you like and stuff, because you do spend a lot of time indoors at first, at least for the first couple of days, and then you'd kind of find we were pretty much out every single day. But how long until you go back to daily life, gym, driving and work? I was driving after a couple of weeks. Work, I went back probably about 3 weeks after. I would have went back earlier, but I was like overseas. The gym, I was back after probably about 3.5 weeks. Did you travel to Thailand for a pre-op appointment before surgery? No, but I sent through photos, and like a lot of photos from all these different angles that they make you do, had conversations and like all these things. It's quite extensive. So yeah, that was kind of like my pre-op, and then I had a pre-op with Dr. Sanguine before the surgery as well, and we sat down and we spoke about everything, and he like took photos of my boobs and felt them, and yeah, we decided on what implant we wanted to use together and all that. Did the surgeon say you have to get them redone in years to come? No, you don't have to. There used to be a thing that you used to have to get them done every 10 years because you'd have to get the implants changed, but that's not the case anymore. You can obviously opt to do that if you feel like you need to, but yeah, it's not the case anymore. At any point, did you regret getting them done? There hasn't been one moment that I've regret getting them done. The whole process has like been amazing. There's nothing that I couldn't handle, and yeah, I'm so happy I got them done, because I have just gone back to like the old me, and they are like my boobs before having kids, and yeah, I love them. Like they're just, I just don't even remember my life without them now, because like I'm just so used to them. Full costs involved. So this one's like honestly really hard to answer, because like people kind of go off like what yours is, but it just really depends on firstly where you're getting it done, what type of surgery that you need. I had a complete revision, so I had to get stuff taken out. A lift, I had to get an ankle lift. I got round implants instead of teardrop. Teardrop's more expensive, but that's not the reason why I went with round implants. That's depending on your anatomy as well. It's not what you want to choose. It really just depends on the result that you want and your anatomy. Obviously which hospital, which surgeon, all that type of stuff. For what I got done, I would say roughly about $10,000. Maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, roughly around $10,000. Did you get the outcome you wanted? Yes, I did, and I'm like beyond happy. Like I actually wasn't expecting them to be this good, because they were grade 3 ptosis. I don't know how to say it, but it's like one of the worst. I'm thinking maybe there's one worse than that, but it was like severe, and they were like kind of like lopsided, and they had really bad quality. I had like bad like muscle tissue left, which they had to remove because it was just like so I had to get it removed as well as, yeah. So I definitely got the outcome I wanted. Like I just love them. I just feel like they're a part of me now, and I don't know, they just kind of make me feel so much better. Like I feel like I can have better posture. I feel like I used to be so, oh, I'm gonna tear up. But I used to be really paranoid about my upper body, and I used to always wear like jumpers in summer, like even last year. And anyone would ask me what my biggest insecurity was, and I would say my upper body. And like no one used to see my upper body. I'd be very strategic about it. And if I did, I would wear things like off the shoulder and just like hit at least a bit of my upper body. And it's just because I had all this resentment towards my boobs in a way, and just all this, yeah. So it's just changed my life, and now I actually love my upper body. It's one of my most favorite things about my body, which is crazy to think that's changed. And it's not just because of the boobs, it's just what the boobs have then helped me love about other parts of my body. And as soon as I was kind of prouder to like, I just felt more feminine again. I just felt like myself again. I just felt like I wasn't just a mom, I was like myself. And yeah, I guess I would always look at my boobs, and yes, don't get me wrong, like I'm a mom and that's a priority for me, but I feel like I'm so much more than that, and like these boobs have been that really nice reminder. How often do you wear a bra now? I do wear a crop or a bra quite often. There is some times that I don't, but I would say probably 80% of my time I'm wearing like a bralette or a crop. Most times I'm wearing like sports bras and stuff, it's just more comfortable, but I don't really wear bras with the underwiring anymore, just because I just kind of don't need to. But yeah, they haven't really sagged at all. I do wear bralettes or a crop or something at night all the time, just because that's what my surgeon said. He's like, if you want them, the longevity of them to stay upright, like make sure you're supporting them as much as you can. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this video up now. I hope that helps any of you. I had really tried to answer as many as I could, and I feel like I've been talking forever, and this is probably gonna be a really long video, but please let me know if you'd like me to do like what you should pack if you're going overseas to go for surgery. If you guys are super interested in that, I'll definitely film that for you. Yeah, and any other questions, please feel free to message me or anything like that. I would be happy to answer them. But yeah, make sure you like and subscribe, as it really supports my channel. And yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Mwah!